Spread betting and CFDs. Two products sharing many similarities, but with one key difference that affects every UK trader: tax. I'm Isaiah from the Investors Centre. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how these two products differ, when spread betting's tax-free status actually helps you, and the specific situation where CFDs might be the smarter choice. Both spread betting and CFDs let you speculate on price movements, Forex, indices, shares, and commodities, without owning the underlying asset. Both use leverage. The mechanics are very similar, so the real question isn't how they work, it's which one leaves more money in your pocket, and that depends on your situation. Let's start with how each one actually works, and then I'll show you how to decide. Let's start with CFDs. CFD stands for Contract for Difference. When you trade a CFD, you're entering into a contract with your broker to exchange the difference in price between when you open and close your position. You never own the actual asset, whether that's a share, a currency, or a barrel of oil. You're simply speculating on whether the price will go up or down. If you're right, you profit. If you're wrong, you lose. And because CFDs use leverage, both outcomes are amplified. Spread betting, on the other hand, works on the same principle. You're speculating on price movements without owning the asset. The key difference is in how your position is structured. With spread betting, you bet a certain amount per point of movement. So if you bet £10 per point on the FTSE 100 and it moves 20 points in your favor, you've made £200. Same outcome as a CFD trade could give you, just framed differently. Which brings us to the obvious question. If they work in a similar way, why does it matter which one you choose? Well, here's where it gets interesting. The mechanics are very similar, but there are three key differences. The first one is tax treatment. This is the big one, and we'll come back to it in a second. The next is how profits are calculated. CFDs use lot sizes and are priced in the asset's currency. Spread bets use pounds per point, which you may or may not find more intuitive. And third, regulation. In the UK, spread betting is classed as gambling and regulated by the Gambling Commission as well as the FCA. CFDs are purely FCA-regulated financial instruments. In practice, this doesn't change much for you as a trader, but it does affect how they're taxed. So, onto the headline everyone's heard. Spread betting profits are tax-free in the UK. And yes, currently, that's true. Because spread betting is classified as gambling, any profits you make are exempt from capital gains. You don't need to report them to HMRC. CFD profits, on the other hand, are subject to capital gains tax, currently 18 or 24% depending on your income. Now, here's the caveat. If HMRC decides that trading is your primary source of income, they could argue you should be paying tax regardless. Plus, tax rules are always subject to change. But for the vast majority of retail traders, spread betting's tax-free status is a genuine advantage. That said, and I cannot stress this enough, being tax-free on profits also means losses aren't tax deductible, so keep that in mind. A quick one for the comments. Are you currently using CFDs, spread betting, or still deciding which to choose? Let me know down below. Also, check the link in the description for the best sign-up deals on UK brokers exclusive to the Investors Centre. Anyway, let's summarise the pros and cons. Spread betting. Tax-free profits, but losses aren't deductible, and it's not available in all countries if you ever move abroad. CFDs. Profits are taxable, but here's the trade-off. Losses can offset gains for tax purposes. That makes CFDs potentially better suited for hedging, or if you're trading frequently and want to balance your winners against your losers come tax time. For casual UK traders who are profitable, spread betting's tax-free status is attractive. But if you're trading more actively or hedging is part of your strategy, CFDs might actually make more sense. It genuinely depends on how you trade. So, which one should you actually use? If you're a UK resident trading as a side activity and you're profitable, spread betting usually makes more sense. Tax-free gains are hard to argue with. If you're trading professionally, making significant losses you want to offset, or planning to move abroad, CFDs might be worth considering. The good news is most UK brokers offer both on the same platform, so you're not locked into one or the other. You can even use both depending on the trade. If you want to see which platforms offer the best spreads and features for CFDs and spread betting, we've put together a full comparison on our website. I've dropped the link in the description. Now, if you're ready to get started, here's the simple 3-step guide. First, pick a broker that offers the product that you actually want. Many UK brokers offer both CFDs and spread betting. Next, start with a demo account. Test the platform, understand how the pricing works, and get comfortable before you risk real money. And finally, start small. Both CFDs and spread betting use leverage, which means you can lose more than you put in. Learn risk management before you scale up. So that's CFDs versus spread betting. Hopefully that clears things up. If you found this useful, subscribing genuinely helps us keep making these videos. It's free, takes half a second, and means you won't miss the next one. And if you want to understand how these products work in practice, the video on screen right now breaks down Forex trading, one of the most popular markets for both CFDs and spread betting. I'll see you in the next one.